The Twin Cities, Minneapolis, is the scene for the Nuggets. One of the best high-wire acts in all of the NBA. Aaron Gordon looking to take flight as he leads the way for his team as they wind up for action at Target Center. Nuggets, Timberwolves on 2K Sports. Hello, everyone, and welcome to this Saturday afternoon presentation of NBA basketball, right here on 2K Sports. Alongside Greg Anthony and Stan Van Gundy, this is Kevin Harlan. David Aldridge will be joining us from the sidelines. Now let's take a look at the Nuggets opening lineup. The 4 and the 5, it's Gordon and Jokic. In at the guard spots, it's Murray and Brown. And it's Watson in at the 3 spot. And for the Timberwolves, Edwards on the wing. He's joined by McDaniels. Randall out there with Reed. And it's Junior in at the 1. All right, we're in the middle of the season here, Greg. How do you stay engaged at this time of the year?
Honestly, Kevin, it can be hard. The schedule is so daunting, and there's really no time to reset. So spending your off days recharging, I think, is important.
And so the Denver Nuggets get the first points in the ballgame. Junior the pass to Edwards. He dishes it to Junior. Fades and shoots. Count that one.
Textbook. Nice pass. Great catch. Even better finish.
Here's the Nuggets now with the ball. Outplayed in the previous game on their schedule, losing to Sacramento.
Yeah, you know they wanted a few of those plays back. What a tough way to go out in that one.
Yeah, it's often a game of very slim margins, and those close losses somehow sting even more.
Now here's Edwards, following the miss by Jokic. Junior the pass to Reed, to the right side. Shot clock at 5. Here's Junior, and Brown pulls it down. For Denver, they've gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. About a minute and a half through the first quarter. Yep, it counts.
Now that's a high percentage look when the D doesn't fight over the screen.
Yeah, it's certainly worth it to disrupt the offense. Coaches notice that extra effort.
Now here's Edwards. Looking at his point production, he averages almost 11 points a game.
He's looking very confident so far. The defense is going to have to account for him.
Greg, this is some kind of note. Last year, Minnesota, for just the second time, had ever won a series in the postseason.
Yeah, they've been bounced in the first round, 10 of 12 appearances. But last year's team was different. Their elite defense fueled the conference finals run.
And here's Junior, after Jamal Murray was able to get that triple. Junior kicks to McDaniels. Takes the 13-footer. Good, he hits the jump shot.
Takes a lot of control to hit that mid-ranger, and McDaniels has it.
Murray the pass to Brown. Just over 2.5 minutes played here so far in the first quarter. And so Edwards will bring it up for Minnesota. They want to keep it rolling here following the win against Dallas.
Yeah, their long-range artillery hit the mark more often than not. A great equalizer when you're on the road.
Well, they shot it well because of how selfless they were. You need that kind of chemistry and cohesion on the road.
Here's Murray after the made shot from Junior. Back to Murray. A rebound by the Timberwolves.
Wow. Missed the easy one right there, right at the rim, but came up empty.
McDaniels with the ball. Watson's there, and that one's good, Junior.
A developing part of McDaniels' game that could elevate him to the next level.
And we're just over 3.5 minutes into the first quarter. Watson surveying the D. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. When it's all said and done, Jokic, Greg, is going to be the Nuggets' career leader in many categories.
And he's already their franchise leader in rebounds, assists, triple-doubles, and playoff points, and many other advanced stats as well.
Now here's Randall. He's coming off a 10-point game against the Mavericks in Dallas. Junior, and another three for Minnesota.
He has created some terrific opportunities for himself and really made the most of it.
Poked away, and that'll be Denver as it goes out of bounds. Nuggets retain possession. A chance here to rank the top rookies in the NBA. The race for the Rookie of the Year. How about these guys, huh? What a group. You look at Junior. Well, he's shown he's a force as we move along in the meat of the season, sitting pretty at that #1 spot now, and it's his race to lose.
And this is just a special player. No question he should be favored for the Rookie of the Year award at this point.
Well, no debate here. He's running away with it and looks poised for big things to come.
And trailing here in the first, you'd like to see them be a little more aggressive on the offensive glass.
They've wasted no time settling into their offense.
The Nuggets trail by 7 and stolen by Junior. Randall outside over Gordon. The offensive rebound. That's his second shot and his second basket. He's 2 for 2.
Well, smart idea from McDaniels, looking to convert inside.
Timeout is called. First of the game for the Nuggets. Hey, Coach, what about Naz Reid after going undrafted back in 2019? He is really showing him, isn't he?
Well, Kevin, what a story. Uncommon skill level for a player of his size. He can shoot the ball. He can handle the ball. He's got a lot in his arsenal.
And some changes here for the Timberwolves. Rudy Gobert, he's checked in for Reed. Alexander Walker comes in for McDaniels. And it's Dante DiVincenzo in for Edwards. Now, here is Jordan. Passes it to Westbrook. Looking to end the run. And Westbrook throws it down.
Ooh, what a burst of energy from Westbrook. He can just fly when he wants to.
Junior kicks to Randall. Now, Junior. What a tremendous game he played against Dallas.
Well, his offense is carrying them right now. And even with the defense keying on him, he's making great adjustments on the fly.
Taken away. Westbrook scanning the floor. From 11 feet away, Gobert pulls it in. Timberwolves leading by 9. And Junior throws it down.
They've been excellent so far, coming in with a well-balanced attack.
Yeah, now it's all about maintaining this lead, but you can't start playing it safe. You got to keep attacking and executing.
Minnesota's gone 2 of 2 from three-point range here in the first quarter. On the wing, DiVincenzo. Now, here's Junior. Defense is right there, and again it's Minnesota.
And you can't help but pick their defense apart. They're completely in disarray.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
He swipes the ball away again.
With every steal, he continues to march towards the record books.
Well, Greg, looking at his season totals, he's got a good view of third most steals in a single year. What a defensive season for him.
And it was Michael Ray Richardson who tallied 265 steals back in 1980, third most ever in the NBA. I think he may have company soon.
Here's Westbrook after the made shot from Junior. Back to Jordan. Some nice ball movement by the Nuggets. The pass to Westbrook. Shot to stop the run. Watson for 3. Bangs home the trifecta. Watson's got 5.
Capable of racking up assists. Westbrook has a feel for when his guys are open.
Junior the pass to DiVincenzo. Here's Randall. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
You know, I love how he absorbs the foul and still had a chance to knock that one down.
And the defense of the Timberwolves stand as good as it gets.
Well, Kevin, they can compete with anyone when it comes to size, not just up front, but on the wings. They're long and athletic, but it all comes down to execution, and they get it done.
building up a big early lead. They have taken charge of this game.
Yeah, but you can't let up at all. They've got a chance to put this game away early, and they should take it.
Westbrook rebounded by the Timberwolves.
No doubt he's struggling right now from the field. Let's see if he can get it going this quarter.
Well, when you have a guy scoring like he is, you redraw every play to be about getting him the ball.
Off target from outside. Now, here's Junior. And there are the Timberwolves with another bucket.
And he's had an excellent performance overall from the field.
And so it's the Minnesota Timberwolves with a 19-point advantage heading into the next quarter. Their defense has been very effective in locking down Russell Westbrook. We'll take a quick break and then back to the action here. And glad to have you with us, folks. Second quarter of basketball. This game has not exactly been neck and neck, but plenty of time left in this one. And guys, what do you think about the offensive approach we've seen so far for the Timberwolves?
Well, they're playing with great pace, pushing the ball up the floor and attacking before the defense can get set.
And they're making their own luck with how hard they're playing, forcing turnovers and turning that into offense.
Edwards on the wing. He's joined by McDaniels. Naz Reid out there with Julius Randle. And it's Junior in at the point. So that's the lineup for Minnesota.
Guards like Murray, they are so good when they're attacking the rim.
Junior kicks to McDaniels.
Screen.
In the corner, it's Junior. With the fadeaway. Good. Junior's got 26. Quarter number 2. We're about a minute in. Here's Murray driving to the basket, and the layup falls.
Well, he's playing great tonight, but not quite well enough to carry the entire team. They need to find some other contributor.
Najee passes to Jordan. Here's Najee. And here's nabbing another steal.
All year long, that's been his thing, just pouncing on any chance to grab a steal.
Well, GA, with that swipe, he's now tied for third for most steals in a single season.
Well, to tally this many steals in a year is incredible. Tied now with Michael Ray Richardson, third most steals in a season.
It's blocked.
And physically, there's no doubt they've been the stronger team. A +10 rebound advantage tells you all you need to know.
Alexander Walker passes to Junior. Back to Alexander Walker. The dish to Junior. Fade away. And there's another one for the Timberwolves.
Yeah, not sure why he faded away there. Sure looked like he had plenty of space.
And standing 6'9", Jaden McDaniels, possessing tremendous length for a perimeter defender.
Yeah, Kevin, and he can really move his feet, too. Jaden McDaniels is clearly one of the best and most versatile perimeter defenders in the league.
The Nuggets making a switch here. Charge is checked in. Back to DiVincenzo. Now, here's Junior. He's covered by Westbrook. Junior kicks to DiVincenzo. Good on the three-point shot. DiVincenzo's got 7 points in the game.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today, ending with a basket coming off a pretty pass?
A moment now to hear from our sideline report. And another steal for him.
And he creeps towards greatness with every steal he makes.
He has climbed his way up to the third highest steal numbers ever in an NBA season. Amazing.
A playmaker in every sense of the word. Westbrook is pretty much a walking triple-double.
DiVincenzo passes to Junior. Drains it from 17 feet out. Junior's got 6 in the quarter.
Well, he's been in total control offensively, and the defense has had no answers.
Westbrook with it. Now defended by Junior.
Well, the defense can't lose track of him. He's just too talented offensively.
Alexander Walker on the wing. DiVincenzo kicks to Junior. It's stolen by Sharch. Here's Brown. He's coming off a 13-point game against Sacramento. Pass to Westbrook. Shoots over DiVincenzo. And it's in. Oh, wow, he nails the... And so it's the Minnesota Timberwolves rolling away. And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next two quarters are any different from the first two. So far, it has been a runaway. You look at Junior in this game, he's been everywhere.
Yeah, the passing he brings to the table on full display through the first two quarters.
Well, it's nothing new for him. They are at their best when he's setting the table like that.
Second half is underway. Here's who Michael Malone's got on the floor. In at the guard spots, it's Murray and Brown. Before in the 5, it's Gordon and Jokic. And it's Watson in at the small forward position. Pass to Jokic. In the corner, it's Gordon. Good ball movement here by the Nuggets. Murray for 3. Kept alive. Reed with the block.
Well, Reed really gets after it on defense. He's a big man that loves coming up with blocks.
Chemistry at its best. An unreal alley-oop.
Yeah, you're right. The pass, the catch, the dunk, all of it perfect. And joining us now by phone is insider Shams Charania with some news. Shams, give it to us.
Well, guys, teams are all grappling with this new CBA, especially the dreaded second apron. Fans possibly unclear on what it means. Honestly, even front offices are still navigating the complexities of the new restrictions. But basically, it has become harder for teams to spend big and acquire new players under the current systems. We'll see, guys, how this impacts everyone moving forward.
Something to keep an eye on, no doubt. All right, Shams, thanks a lot. Pass to Jokic. Back to Murray. Out of bounds, Minnesota takes possession. A moment now to check out who's leading in the All-Star voting.
And a lot of fans and players interested to see how this thing all turns out.
You look at Junior, he's at the head of the pack in the West.
And I can't say that anyone is surprised. Always one of the players that everyone loves to watch.
And we'll keep you posted as the voting continues. Count that one. Junior's got 6 points in the quarter.
Well, they came out of the locker room with a purpose. 4 for 4 already in the half.
Murray finds Jokic. Back to Murray. Over Junior. Nice fake, but the layup off the mark.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in crafting this huge lead.
And you'd think the Nuggets would get to the line a lot more, but Stan, over the last few years, that has not been the case.
Well, part of that is they don't force anything. They work for open looks. They're not trying to bait you into fouls.
Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
Here's Brown. Edwards defending. Shot clock at 6. Here's Watson. Reed with the block. Gordon against Randall, and the basket is good.
What I like here, even with the big lead, they continue to execute their offense.
Yeah, to put together this kind of performance at both ends of the floor on the road, it's impressive.
Right wing. Dishes to Junior. That's in, coming off an assist from Randall. 38 points for Junior.
And usually teams go on runs, and it comes from a lot of layups and dunks. but not now.
For three, Murray. And again, Denver no good.
And he's been way off the mark this quarter. It's been ugly.
And 2 shots coming up at the line as he gets fouled on the shot. And looking back, Coach, how great was it to see the Nuggets win their first title back in 2023?
One of the great NBA stories, Kevin. It was huge. It was a moment years in the making. That championship meant so much to the city of Denver and its fans.
Michael Conley, he's checked in for Minnesota. And Denver also making a switch. Strother's checked in. And stolen by Junior. And he hammers that one down right on the face of Jamal Murray.
Hey, whatever adjustments they made at halftime, they are working to perfection.
Well, sometimes you just make shots, but they've certainly come out on a tear here in the third quarter.
Jokic finds Watson. Jokic against Edwards to end the cold streak. Offensive rebound. And it's Jokic missing.
All the energy is on the other side right now, and every miss just makes it worse.
Their body language does not look good right now. They're deflated and unable to stop this run.
Here's Junior, and the Timberwolves tack on 2 more.
And they're getting points, they're getting stops, and this is how they'd like to play all the time.
Great example of how to build a lead and then sustain it. You win games on both ends of the floor.
And Jokic slams it in.
Yeah, Jokic, one of the league leaders in offensive rebounding throughout his career.
Randall dishes to Junior. Goes up on the wing. Yes, that goes in. Junior's got 16 points here in the second half.
Well, he's had a night. This team feeds off of his energy, and every time they've needed a bucket, he's delivered.
Let's check in with our reporter, David Aldridge.
Thanks very much. Kevin, Jamal Murray is built for clutch situations. Coach Michael Malone said, I know a lot of guys are pretty good in the regular season, but when the stage is at its biggest, Jamal seems to step up and perform. He's a guy that thrives in the moment, never afraid of it. You can't say that for a lot of players. Kevin?
Well, you're so right. He isn't afraid of anything. David, he is big time. Thank you. Murray, the pass to Gordon. Out to the wing. Watson for 3. Conley grabs the miss.
Well, they've been better than good on the glass today, and there is a glaring discrepancy between these two teams in that area.
It's Edwards on the wing. He's covered by Watson. And that one, good. Edwards got 14 points for the game.
Another bucket down low. They've been the aggressors, taking the ball inside and attacking at the rim.
Count it.
Well, after that tough first half, you hoped he'd find his way to bounce back and get things going here in the second.
Out to the right wing. Junior kicks to Randall. He dishes it to Junior. Clock at 6. Back to Randall. It's hauled in by Gordon. Gordon's got 4 rebounds now tonight. And you know, Coach, guys who are really productive, like Jamal Murray, often have turnover issues. But you know what? He really doesn't struggle with that.
No, he doesn't, and that's one of the great things about him, Kevin. He can be that aggressive but stay under control.
And a moment to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from for the Timberwolves.
Well, they've clearly been focused on getting the ball inside, and up to this point, the defense has not had an answer.
And on top of that, they're getting a lot of points off assists. And it's always a good sign when your team is working as a cohesive unit.
We've got Nickeil Alexander-Walker. Junior's out there with Dillingham. Then it's Joe Ingles, and it's Gobert in at the 5. So that's the lineup for Minnesota. Junior the pass to Alexander-Walker. Kicks to Junior. Now the pass to Gobert. Here's Ingles. And he hits it just before the shot clock expires. Ingles has got 4 points this quarter.
Yeah, nice read by Gobert. When he's providing an assist, that is a big bonus.
Murray, no good.
Might be time for a little different approach. His shot hasn't been falling here in the second half.
Out to the right wing. Here's Dillingham. He's covered by Westbrook. Dillingham, no good.
Well, sometimes it's just not your night. But despite his struggles, they're ahead in the game.
Trying to break that ice-cold streak. Murray, no good.
Suffocating defense to keep the layup from falling.
Fades, and another one falls.
And you know what him reaching 50 points means. He's moved up another spot.
Yep, the second spot, Greg, is his alone now for most 50-point performances in a year. He kicks it to Westbrook. Pass to Brown. Denver passing it around. Gordon inside. Ingles covering, and it's Gordon missing. Minnesota's gotten the three-point shot off 16 times tonight. 7 times they've hit it, 9 times they've missed. Now, here's Junior. He's covered closely. Elbow shot. Jokic grabs the miss. Jokic has got 6 rebounds in the game. Here's Brown. Uses both hands to slam it down.
You know, Jamal Murray has no problem being the facilitator when he sees open teammates.
Here's Junior. And good. There's another.
And he's up to 52 points.
Yeah, making a GA look all too easy right now. Pass to Dillingham. Finished off the break.
Any chance you get, you want to put yourself in a position to succeed, and that's what he did there.
Well, converting on those transition opportunities is just so important.
Passes to Brown. Floats it up for Junior. Takes the alley-oop pass and dunks it down.
And how about the communication between teammates on that alley-oop?
And that's what you need to pull that thing off. Murray, no good.
And there have been some terrible shot choices here, Kev. That's not a good look at all.
Ingles passes to Junior. Ingles, the bounce pass. Alexander Walker on the wing. Ingles kicks to Junior. Fades back. Rebound by the Nuggets. Brown's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. There's the pass to Murray. It's deflected, and he gets it back. To the inside, Jokic.
Well, just outstanding positioning and timing by Gobert. He tries to block as many shots as he can.
And guys, he's not an easy man to stop when he's got the rim in his sights.
Never has been, never will be. He is a determined finisher. And so it looks like Denver will retain possession here. Naz Reid, he's checked in for Joe Ingles. Zeke Naji, he's checked in for the Nuggets. Peyton Watson comes in for Christian Brown. And it's the Nuggets with the ball. Westbrook with it. Pass to Jokic. And that comes off the assist by Russell Westbrook. Westbrook's got 4 assists in the game.
And if Jokic has the position inside, forget it.
Here's Dillingham. And again, it's Minnesota.
How good is that? I mean, he can make a defender look foolish at times. Yes, and with this one winding down, it's obvious to everyone who watched it. Just a total mismatch and a true show of strength for the Timberwolves.
And this was one that never really was in doubt, I thought, an all-around dominant performance. And you kind of thought that maybe even going into the game.
Yeah, there was a sense of that, and man, they just pretty much blew them right out of the water. A clinic was put on display here today.
And so checking out their season record, this game will become their 45th win.
And continued dominance against this team, winning both of their matchups this season.
The one player that really stands out, of course, in this one, it was a dazzling game for Junior.
He affected the game so much with the way he was able to come out and get steals and extra possessions for his team.
Here's Westbrook. Minnesota with the rebound. 43 seconds left in the game. Here's Alexander Walker. He's covered by Watson. Junior the pass to Alexander Walker. Just 5 on the clock. Here's Junior. Another bucket. Wow. 60 points. This guy cannot be stopped.
They've had no answer for him in this one.
Najee passes to Westbrook. To the paint. Here's Jokic. That one no good. Gobert with the defensive effort. Now Junior. And so it's the Timberwolves taking care of business here. They poured it on tonight. Dominant showing in front of a crowd that loved every minute of it.
And, you know, this game could really be a defining one for what they can do when they are playing at their best. I mean, being here at home no doubt helps, and the execution was flawless.
And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. So, for Stan Van Gundy, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge.